It's inconsistent, it's broken, it's chattering, and if I increase the speed of the loop over it, it almost goes out completely. That's a junk target. I'm not going to pursue that target. Okay, here's a target right here. You'll notice it's repeatable. And even if I go very slow, it still comes through nice and smooth, and that's good. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze the toggle underneath the or forward of the S grip, and that's going to activate what they call VCO all metal pinpoint. And by VCO we mean variable controlled oscillator. So as I get over the target center, the pitch is going to raise higher and higher. And I'm also going to take notice of the shape and the size of the target too, by cross sweeping or Xing the target. Now I'm going to go this way. And what it's telling me is it's giving me some high numbers in the 70s, and it's about 3 inches down. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm right over the target center, or what I perceive as a target center. I'm going to note that with my eyes, and I'm going to reach for what they call it's a Lusky digger that I favor. And I'm going to point right to where I think the center is. Now, there's several methods we can use. This is about 3 inches down. So one of the methods is taking a bowl-tipped coin probe and seeing if I can't hit it. Now and I did hit it. It's right down there. It's about that deep. So normally on a deeper target, I'll cut what they call a flat plug or three-sided plug. But in this case, I think I can get it out with just doing a V plug. Got to be careful not to scratch whatever it is. It's coming up. And what we have is looks like a bottle cap. It's an old rusted bottle cap. I broke the halo, and I'm going to take this bottle cap and get rid of it.
Why do you get rid of it?
We want to pick up, clean up the environment, and we always pick up our trash. It's part of the ethics of the hobby. I want to put everything back the way I found it. Okay, now this is a target, and it is giving me some high numbers, but it's also deviating. In other words, now I got a plus 16, now I got a minus 11, now it's a plus 79. So the visual discriminator is dancing up and going back down. Yet, right about that point, I get kind of a smooth harmonic, but let's test it with a fast. Now it's breaking up at that sweep speed. There's a target center. It's really breaking up there. I don't even hear any. There we go. So if I hit a little bit hard, it's breaking up. So we're going to investigate this target. I think it's trash. I'm going to do a V plug. Here's something. It's an old bottle cap. Bottle caps, by their nature, they're round, but they are ferrous. But it's the way they interrupt the electromagnetic field. Very difficult for a lot of metal detectors to reject. But in this case, the M6 was chattering and breaking up. Rather than put it back, we're just going to fix the turf here. And I'm going to take the bottle cap, and we're going to pick it up and put it in my pouch, and I'll dispose of it later on. Okay, here's a nice target. I'm going to make sure it's not a big sprinkler head. It's giving me plus 76, plus 77. The M6 is identifying it as a copper penny or a dime. That intensity bar is marking the scale. Now we're going to go into the pinpoint mode. Well, it's right near the surface. I'm not going to cut a plug. I'm just going to engage probably this White's bullseye, and we're going to just pop it right out. The bullseye is an electronic pinpointer that we use, especially when we can't find the target readily. It's very good on the real surface stuff. So you can, I've located it actually in this little plug. And if I take this plug and I go over the top, which this is a concentric based loop, it'll pick up on the top or on the bottom, see? And we'll break this plug, and you can see the halo. And what we have is a copper penny. And I'm not sure of the date. Looks to be in the 70s. So I'm going to put that in my coin pouch, and where it's secure and won't bounce out. Okay, again, check the area around it. And there's a piece of iron there. Notice it's chattering, and if I speed up the loop a little bit, starts breaking up, or you can go very slow. See, it just doesn't pop out like a good coin or a ring. So that's a small piece of ferrous. One of the things I've done is I've activated the tone ID. This is a new feature in the M6, and it has 7 tones of identification. As I'm over it, I notice I'm getting a high tone in one direction and a low tone in another direction. Also, the target ID visually is giving me 80 numbers, but also some minus numbers. It's averaging out in the 30s and 40s with an occasional higher number. And so I'm going to estimate that it's probably in the aluminum area, because it's not really locking on like a gold ring would, but it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to check this target out. It also could be a couple of targets in close proximity to, you know, the whatever I'm pinpointing over, that could be influencing the actual target ID. So in that direction, it's plus 45 plus. Then there's an occasional minus number that does pop up. Going to pinpoint. And it's telling me it's about 5 inches down. I'm going to cut a plug. This is going to be since it's deeper, it's going to be a 3-sided plug. Again, be careful if it's a silver coin not to scratch it. Once I've got the flat plug or trapdoor plug, I'm going to run the detector over the plug area. It's not there. It's still down in the hole. Going to cut now a 4-sided plug because we're through the grass roots. I'm going to reach and grab the dirt. Still not there. At this point, I will engage the bullseye, see if I can surgically find out. It's still down there, a little bit deeper than 5 inches. Got it.